Okay, I'm working on the 40s Willys Coca-Cola version, and I just wanted to do this so I can show how I'm going to get it to set up. I use some of this evergreen scale models polystyrene 0.060 by 0.060 square, and I went around the frame here with this in order. When I finish this, I'll take it apart after I finish showing. And then I put the hinge system in first, and I sand and make sure that it is flush inside. I treat this sort of like it's a fiberglass front end, like a real fiberglass front end. So I want to like glass it all in. That's how I did that. I may or may not put the wheel wells in because I want to put in a different motor. I've got this Hemi out of Jolly Rancher top fuel. I had it, and when one of my moves it got destroyed. This is the only thing left is the engine, so I figured this would be a nice candidate. And I figure out that it'll fit pretty good in the frame. Not bad. I can get it to work inside the frame, so that's what I want to do with it. I may use the other kit motor for something else. Also, I sand on both sides so these protrusions for the hinges are ready. And I mock these up. I mock the inside up. All that's mocked up, taped. As you can see how it fits. Now the one thing about the kit is that this whole part that you see in red has to be removed. You have to cut all this out. On the lines here, all that has to be gone. All that's got to go. I just took off a little bit right here, just enough so I can clearance the cab. Sort of like taking the cab and channeling it over. Now the cab fits right in, and I can line it up with the hinges. I didn't put the top part. I didn't glue the top part of the hinges in. So what I'm going to do, see now, that'll fit like that. And it'll be even. The next thing to do is once I cut these fenders off, all this off, and this part gets glued on, it will get glued on like so. The plan here is after I cut all that, but one of the main things is this is going to be fitted back onto here like this. And I'm going to tape it on there. Okay, and the body is going to line up, as you can see. I'll take some of the screen tape, and I'm going to tape the hinge right on there so it can't move. Now the body's completely lined up. It's in the hinges. Now right here where some of the running board is, I'm going to drill a hole. And this hole I'm going to use as an alignment. This will be my alignment. I'm going to drill it through the floor as well. It's not easy, but it can be done. I'm going to drill another one on the opposite side, same exact way. This will be my alignment pins for the body. So I'll just use a pin, like a pin from a sewing kit. I'll make a short pin to fit in there, glue it in there. That will locate the body exactly the way it was before. Same thing on the other side, about the same exact spot. So this will be my locating for the cab. Once I cut the sides off the back of it, I'll show you how that fits with it. Now I have two holes, one here and one there. I put the pins in, they'll align it exactly the way it's supposed to be, and the body will fit the same way. Now I can take it apart. Now I can take this off. And I can show you that I took the evergreen strip and I went all the way around it. I glued this flush to the top and waited for it to dry. And I took this all the way around. It bent it all the way around. All the way around. I'm not done. I'm going to still have to sand a little bit here and sand a little bit there. But that's a lot better than what the kit looks like. With its huge gap. But now, even without that, I could just put this on, put the pins in the two holes, and it's perfectly lined. Now comes time for me to cut this all off. We'll see how the bed looks. As always, cut and leave a generous amount so you can grind down to it. The point where I'm going to put the hinge, these little locating pins are going to be gone. I'm going to put rod in there. I don't like them, they're not strong enough, and I feel it's better if I have rod in there to hold that together. So I will drill them out and put a brass rod in there, and that way I can glue the whole thing together, this whole hinge together, and just slide the rod in, glue it in with some super glue, and it won't move at all. But all this has to go away. So this one here is good enough to do my job. Take your time, go slow, so you don't remove too much. And when you get really close, you can just use a file for your final finish. Well, when I get done with this, I'll show you how the sides will go on. Okay, now once you've got it all cut out, I've mocked up the cab and lined up the holes. This is the bed floor. The bed floor locates to these two little holes in the back. Once you get that located in there, it's a bit tricky. Let me take a second here to put this in there. Okay. Now you have the bed in there. See? Now the sides can get glued in if it would just stay in one spot for a second. Let me just put a piece of tape on that so it'll hold together. Because I don't want to glue it just yet. Because I may want to paint the bed a different color. I may just mop the bed up, glue it on there, and then paint it later, and then put it on separately so I could paint the frame a different color. I'm not 100% sure on that, because I'm still working on it. There you go. Got a piece of tape there to hold it in place. Yeah. Alright, now that's done. As you can see now, you can add the side, and it'll be relatively straight. Relatively straight. All mocked up. I'll probably glue the sides together, and that would be it. Of course, it's going to have that, and there's plenty of room still for the Hemi that I'm going to put in there. So it'll be like that. There's plenty of room for that. Yeah, it'll fit in there like that. And then the two sides like that. And it'll actually line up. Look at that. Alright, next time, do some more. I'll have an update on it. Well, that's my start for it anyway.